Well, let's talk about Ivan Toney very quickly before we let you guys go. Brentford plays a little bit later on today, or early hours in Malaysia tomorrow morning. There's a likelihood that he will be in the starting 11, of course. And of course, the biggest rumours is linking him to Arsenal, really. But can you foresee him going to Arsenal this window? Because time and time again, he's always talked about playing for a top club, Jermaine.
Listen, if the offer's there, then he's 100% he will go. So it's all about if Arsenal come knocking on the door. You know, he's been a great servant for Brentford, and you know he owes them a lot, and he's been very grateful for that. But as a player, you always want to go to that next step, that next challenge. And Arsenal's a fantastic club and team challenging for trophies. So it's all about not will he or does he want to. It's all about if Arsenal come knocking. If they do and put in a bid, then 100%. He will be going and scoring goals and making an absolute huge difference to the Italian goals and performances on and off the pitch.
Should they throw the kitchen sink at it, or is that too risky considering he hasn't really played competitive top-level football in quite a while now?
Absolutely not. You know, over his goals over the last 3 seasons, he's been the top English striker apart from Harry Kane, where there's no loss in that, well, as one of the best strikers in the world. And Toney scores penalties, he scores all sorts of goals, his work rate, his trickery. I think it would fit perfect, and I don't think at all it is a gamble signing Ivan Toney. I think, if anything, it will make perfect sense, and he's probably the best player out there on the market at the moment that would suit Arsenal.
Yeah, how much should he be pushing for a move, Darren, considering you know, he's always set his eyes on being in the England squad for the Euro, so he only has a handful of months to impress Gareth Southgate. I think there's only one international break left, which was going to be in March for him to impress. Should he really push for a move, or does he owe maybe Brentford a bit of loyalty? Or do you think maybe he'll get a bigger chance being the main man at Brentford?
I don't think he will push for a move. I think if the move materialises, then it will just happen naturally. And look, Arsenal are in need of a striker, so that could be one. But so is a lot of clubs in the Premier League. So Ivan Toney will be having a lot of interest from now till the end of the window, which is just around the corner, it seems. But he shouldn't be pushing for a move. He doesn't owe Brentford, as it were. Brentford have been good to him. Thomas Frank's been good to him, but you only have one career. And if a big club comes calling, you have to go and make the most out of your career. And he certainly is doing that. For me, he's on the plane, no matter what, at the Euros. I think he is number 2 to Harry Kane for sure. And if, unfortunately, touch wood, we don't happen, but Harry Kane does pick up an injury, Ivan Toney could definitely step up, more so than any other English striker for me. He's an outstanding talent, and we have to remember he's not been injured, so his fitness is going to still be there or thereabouts. It's just match sharpness, which won't take long. Without an injury, maybe two to 3 games, he'll be back to his very, very best.
Yeah, he is competing, though, against the likes of Ollie Watkins, even Dominic Solanke as well, has been talked about with the form that he's in this season with Bournemouth. The numbers that's hovering around Ivan Toney and how much it will take to pry him away from Brentford is about £100 million. Is he worth £100 million splashing on, Jermaine?
Well, look, we always know that as a striker, you know, the premium's very, very high, and then also being English as well. So I would say in the region of 80 to 100 million is definitely fair. You know, when you see Declan Rice going for 110, 105, I think as a striker, they're always the highest premium players on the pitch. So 80 to 100 million, I would think will probably prize him away. Should Arsenal spend that much this window? Are there other options for them? Any other players within that region, or what's been talked about is a loan deal with Karim Benzema as well? Well, I think any team would like Karim Benzema. We all know what he can do and what he has done in his career. But at the age he's at, could he handle the Premier League? That's the question. It's the most demanding league in the world. Coming from Saudi, a big drop, big difference. But would it make sense? Again, it's a tough one, you know, put me on the position there, but I think Ivan Toney would be the most suitable.